A real long show tonight. Next, we did have the women's title match. Right after that long tag team title match between Kris Statlander and Nyla Rose. This was one for the AEW Women's Championship. Not to forget that Kris Statlander was battling flu-like symptoms all week and wrestled tonight. I know we were kind of looking. I'm sorry?
Did they mention that or no?
Yeah, they mentioned it on commentary. They mentioned it. But
they should have known she wasn't going to win it. Why would you mention that if she's not going to win?
Well, I mean, you got to kind of show her some sympathy and show that, she's fighting or wrestling even though she's not 100%, which they did, which it did mention. What did you think of this match? Because I saw a lot of people on Twitter bash this match.
It was bad. I mean, yeah, that's all. The match wasn't good at all. This is going to be a tough, and I think Red Sox fans even said they're going to have a tough time with her because she's missing a lot of moves and stuff. Nyla Rose is I think he was talking about she's just missing a lot of stuff when it's happening, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be, I think this is going to be growing pains with her as champion.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that she's lazy in the ring, that she's rolling, not, taking spots. She's just a lazy worker. I thought a couple of moves she did. I thought the spear, the little fly through the ring with the spear was nice. But other than that, this match was pretty garbage. I mean, we even saw at one point Statlander try to do the superplex off the top rope. And I don't know if she wasn't able to pick up Nyla or if what was on with that. But she slips and almost could have landed, broke her leg, or could have really hurt Nyla Rose. It was just not the match that I was expecting to see. And Nyla Rose, since winning the championship or been before that, hasn't really had a great match or had a match where you thought maybe she can be in the ring with these women. The Riho match, I don't really want to count because she was facing an 80-pound woman who she could throw around and do whatever she wanted with her.
She's 90 pounds, Tony. Come on.
Excuse me, sorry, 90 pounds. But then when you're with Statlander, a lady who's thick and, has a little bit more weight to her, you can't just do whatever you want to her. It just feeling like this match didn't click. It didn't gel. I don't know if you want to blame it on her being sick and maybe they weren't able to kind of practice together or what. This match was it was awful and not put in a good spot.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. I like how you threw in there that she was thick.
Well, what? I'm not. She's not fat. Well, she's just thick. Let's see. Let me scroll up to read some of these comments. Kenny Omega books the women's division and basically says we're gonna go 30 minutes and hit every move in history or wrestling right before you ladies go get them. Yeah. Put them in a tough spot, man. Why was she wrestling if she has the flu? Get the fuck out of here, says Gainen. That's twice they've had people wrestle on their show who had flu-like symptoms or who was sick with the flu on their pay-per-view show. Yeah, that match was the bathroom break match, says Chris Mack. There's no saving this women's division. It is forever broken. Even the good wrestlers can't have a good match, says Ian Dunn.
Not even on the show.
Has Nyla had a good match yet? Not necessarily, no. I'm not a fan of Nyla. Nyla has to put a decent match so far. She had one, but it was a fatal 4-way, so it doesn't count, says Beef Stew. Hey, Brendan, after. Hadn't had a great match, man. Agree, man. Oh, whatever. You didn't even wait. You didn't even see the damn show. Nyla Rose sucks. I can't wait for Y2J to introduce the Money in the Bank AEW so Baker can cash in on Rose. My mother says Nyla is not that good of a wrestler. Just stop with the women fire most and keep the rest as valets. Damn. AEW must have put that match on purpose because they knew people had to piss after that tag match and didn't want to miss a good match. Damn. That teeny tiny little belt looks ridiculous on Nyla. What do you agree with that?
I hate that belt. I'm sorry. I get why they're doing it. I don't know. Actually, I don't get why they have it. Maybe it was for Riho to have a title that didn't look like a giant title on her. Maybe that's why they did it. But Man, that title needs to be a little bit bigger, I think.
They need to fix that. Yeah, they need to
Bro.
Whoa! Thank you, Speeds, for the gifted sub to Ted. Damn, thank you. Fist bump to you, Speeds. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Don't forget to follow them to be live on Monday night, going over everything that happens on Monday Night Raw. Chris Mack, thank you for that. Don't forget to follow Chris Mack on his Instagram. If you're an AEW fan, he does all elite memes. Type it in there, elite memes. It's funny. That's who made this nifty little Get the Tables podcast photo or design for us, and we appreciate that. That triple moonsault from Sammy was fucking awesome, says Brandon Apter. That belt makes the 24/7 title like a legit semi-pro belt. This is just comical now. Every women's match leads to the same discussion. Yeah, you're right on that. They needed the new arch after the tag match would be a letdown, so they had a women's division match at the bottom of the barrel. Yep.
Have they even had a good women's match? I mean, look, that Fatal 4-Way, do we count that? Maybe not. But, man, I mean, have they really... That 4-Way we all said was pretty good from Wednesday night. That Sheeta won it. But still, I mean, have they really put together a really good singles one-on-one match?
No, not necessarily, no.
I'm not even talking about for the title. I'm just talking about it in general.
Not since All Out or All In, when they had the big show and they just brought women in. Is the last time they really had a good women's match on the card. You know, you have Sheeta, who is pretty much everyone's opinion on her is that she's one of the best ones that they have. But even when she has matches, they don't even really come out that great. So I don't know what's going on with the women's division. I'm not sure why none of the women's matches are good. But, you know, they don't have really bad women wrestlers. It's just they don't ever have really fantastic matches where you're kind of like, damn, that was a really good match. Or you go off thinking about it the next night. You know, it's a shame. And Kenny Omega is the one who books the women golf.
Do you think it has anything it could have a lot to do with it, actually, that they really don't have a lot of ring, because most of the guys who are wrestling on AEW wrestle other places too, and have a lot of, do throughout the week or throughout the month. I don't know if a lot of the women do that, wrestle other places much, and get a lot of ring time. And the difference is in the other company, they have a performance center they can go to and work out all day, all week if they want.
Honestly, what I think the problem
is... And no
is...
live events. You're going to say that, probably.
No, it's not the no live events. I just feel like it's... I don't think they have the right person booking the matches. I think Kenny Omega... They don't have a woman... who's that? Sarah Del Rey, correct? That's over on WWE, who's a trainer who helps the women out. They don't have one of those on their side. If they had someone like a Mickie James or a Trish Stratus or a woman wrestler who was pretty good in her day, doing the booking of the women matches, booking and helping these women, I think they would do a little bit better of a job. You know, you think Kenny Omega sits down with Nyla Rose and goes over moves and shit with her? Probably not. So
he has enough time because he's booking his matches too. So look, I think a lot of it would help if they did do live events and have other experience working with the same people that they're going to work a pay-per-view with. Likely they don't work much because they might get to play with the ring like once a week.
Right. So I'm just tweeting out the show. That's all.
I think it would help them if they had like live events right now so they could kind of tone their craft a little bit better and have better matches instead of really only getting to work a little bit on their match.
Blame WWE for poaching everyone. Good point. It's just going to be them Sarah Logan the train. She don't do shit. They should tour, says God.